Today we can't have an economy dominated by the government, both in economic terms and also in terms of regulations. So deregulation and private enterprise has to take over. That is what we are aiming for. This tea industry is not the result of any cooperation or any government. It's the result of people who came here, took the land, cleared it, put their capital in and succeeded.
President Ranil Wickreme-singhe emphasized the importance of revolutionizing the tea industry via a meticulously crafted initiative integrating contemporary digital techniques. Delivering the keynote address at the 129th Annual General Meeting of the Colombo Tea Traders Association on Tuesday, he underscored that the tea industry holds substantial potential to significantly contribute to the economy, whilst stressing the need to identify challenges within the sector and adopt innovative solutions to facilitate its transformation.
I thank, on behalf of the Plantation Ministry, to CTTA having invited us to your 129th Annual General Meeting. You were fortunate to attend last couple of meetings as well. This is the third physical meeting. You were not able to have your physical meeting in 2020 because of the COVID pandemic. We were experiencing certain negative sentiments starting from the day I assumed as a Minister of Plantation, firstly because of COVID pandemic that enveloped the whole world, and subsequently because of the economic calamity, and also fertilizer fiasco. So I must mention that Ceylon tea, the tea industry, all the stakeholders, starting from CTTA, they performed wonderfully well despite the many challenges they faced in 2020, 2021 and 2022. I'll be failing in my duties unless I recognize your efforts in establishing e-auction, replacing outcry auction, which dates back to more than 100 of years. So since the commercial tea trade was started in Sri Lanka, your organization, which is 129 years old, have contributed immensely. Yours is one of the oldest associations of the country, probably seconds to the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce, and also to the Ceylon Planters Association. So during that period of time, your contributions have strengthened not only the exporters, but also the brokers and also the factory owners, and also more importantly, the growers at the village level. During 2020 and 2021, even though the production came down because of the fertilizer scarcity, what was important was because of the price hike, the people at the ground level gained a higher price. And the production is coming up gradually with the availability of fertilizer, and at the same time we have to face the music again. Now the complaint is from the village level, the ground level, smallholders, the prices are coming down. Partly because of the fact that the production is slightly up, and also on the other hand, rupee is getting strengthened little by little. Thanks to His Excellency Ranil Wickreme-singhe, the President of the Sri Lanka, and also his able team, our economic stability has come to a new level faster than we all anticipated. So thank you, sir. We all are benefiting, and we keep our fingers crossed with this new sanity in the economic field. All the exporters and also the other people of the country would be able to perform better in time to come. As your chairman highlighted, and also as outlined by the chairman of the tea board, there are few programs starting from the CTTA level and also with the help of the tea roadmap, which you are quite aware. Please be assured, whatever the assistance that you may require in relation to those programs, Plantation Ministry and also the tea board would provide nothing but the best. Despite the difficulties we encountered, our export income from the tea industry remained at $1.2 billion level. This year also we might get the same amount. The local challenges are from one side, and also on the other side, the tea export market, the total amount remains, or it's become stagnant. In 2021, total tea export market was 7 billion, out of which we share 14%. And in 2022 also, it was nearly 7 billion without a positive growth. Unfortunately, the main importing countries, including Russia, Ukraine, Turkey, Iran, Iraq, Libya, Syria, all those countries go through economic challenges and also civil unrest. Hopefully, we have to create new markets look at new value additional levels, and also create better products on the long run to ensure that Sri Lankan tea retain and go to newer heights. So for that, whatever the assistance you may require from our side, please be assured we provide nothing but the best. I thank again the members of the CTTA having done wonderfully well historically and also at the present levels. And I thank you and all the best to you, and have a pleasant evening.
First and foremost, I must thank all of you. Your support and your actions last year to enable the tea industry to continue. I know we went through a crisis, and as the government had to seek your help to ensure that the tea industry carried on and survived. Thanks to Minister Ramesh Patharan, you all were ready around. We were able to provide you with fertilizer, but there are many other measures that you took, as you all mentioned out here, including making fuel available. We all worked together, and again I must tell the tea trade, thank you for the help. And as a result of it, we do have some foreign exchange coming from your source. Looking at the future, Sri Lanka can't stay in this state. We can't be a country with a trade deficit. We can't live beyond our means. We can stabilize the economy. We can ensure that our bankruptcy status will vanish. What do we do to ensure it doesn't return in 10 years' time? After all, if you have a trade deficit, you have to keep borrowing foreign currency. And if you have a budget deficit, you have to keep printing money. So are you going into this vicious cycle again? We warned once, warning was not taken seriously this time. So we have to get out. We have to move out of this cycle. We have to think anew. Our economic system didn't enable us to achieve our full potential, even during the war. One good example of our full potential was that we were able to build an apparel industry during the war. Nevertheless, today we can't have an economy dominated by the government, both in economic terms and also in terms of regulations. So deregulation and private enterprise has to take over. That is what we are aiming for. This tea industry is not the result of any corporation or any government. It's the result of people who came here, took the land, cleared it, put their capital in, and succeeded. There are some of them who failed. There were the large numbers who succeeded, many of them. Of course, they have been very controversial as to whether the lands of the villagers were taken away. Some of it were, but most of it was forest land that was cut down. And there were people who went around from James Taylor, all the way to Pilkington, who went and sat at the Poonagala estate at the Pilkington Point, kept looking out. Or for that matter, since none of us were able to really enjoy Lipton's circular room. That's all a part of history. Those are the people who made it. What did he do? We broke it. We destroyed the industry, and we built up Kenya as a competitor. Now that's an achievement for a local economy taking over. So it's from there we start. And now we must think of the future, because tea still has potential. In our discussions, we've seen tea as one of the main sources of foreign exchange, but it has to earn more. It has to go further. So look into the next 20, 30 years. What are your issues? What will it be? Certainly we are going to have a problem with climate change. The tropical belt. So we are now looking at policies to call upon the world to save that tropical belt, where the tea industry comes from. Was the damage due to us, or more because the industrialization of the northern part of the world? So we have to speak out. We have to adapt to climate change. And water is going to be critical. I am just reading some reports on water and the fact that we will have climate disasters. Part of it is going to be in the hill country, in your tea estates. What is your market going to be 40, 50 years hence? Say 25, 30 years hence. If you have ever looked at the population growth by 2050, India's population will go up by another 400 million, 300 to 400 million. Per capita income will go up. So will their tea be sufficient for them? Kenya's population will go up. Malawi's population will go up. Middle East population will go up. Per capita income goes up. Sri Lanka's population will not go up. And at the rate people are living, it might go down. So how do you increase your output? Where will your competition come? China's population is going to be in decline. So there will be more Chinese teas onto the market. But you've got to work with them, because there will be a shortage. Even in the case of India, basically the high-grown Indian teas must come into the market. So So where India is going to replace that with low growns, others I don't know, but those are issues that we should talk with India, we should talk with China, and look at the next 20 years. We can't be by ourselves. Even Kenya, we have to talk with them. They are the big producers, and there's Indonesia. So look at that pattern, look at the per capita income. So your market is going to be quite different from what it is today. And where are you going to sell it? To the west, to the east? And what will people, how will they take tea? Will they take it this way, pour it into a cup, put some milk, dip your biscuit in, or are you going to drink it another way? Green tea is one example. Will you drink it? Will you eat it in some substance? So we have to look into the type of beverages that's there. And when I was small, we had a very big kitchen at home and a pantry. Now everyone has a small kitchen. In the next 20 years, there may not be kitchen. There may be some machines from which you get your food out. Where do you make your tea? Now look, these are the real issues that we have to face. Then the question of the patterns, what you have smallholders, how do they keep, how do you make it more profitable to stay on? And what about the large plantations? The outgrow system is being tried out. I think it will have to come in. How do you change? These are the issues that you have to face. A Swedish economist called Gunnar Myrdal in the 1960s wrote a book called The Asian Dilemma. 3 big volumes. And analyzing Sri Lanka, Ceylon as he said that the British took all their experience of management and finance they got from the Industrial Revolution. They took these systems to India and Ceylon and introduced it into the plantation so that we had the most modern system of management in the plantation. Now as you see the different changes that are coming in, when you're looking at the outgrow systems or the smallholders, you have to think of a new system of management. It has to be top class. You have to use all the technologies you have. You have to use the digital technology. There will be many other technologies that will come. What will be the role even of using of artificial intelligence, the whole biotechnology, food? So that is going to be what will drive finally our tea production. We have to think anew. And that has to mainly come from private capital. Because finally, the final authority is not any of us. The final authority is the market. Tea was nothing till Lipton came and made it a household word. Brook Bond only followed them. So look at what the new product is, what it's going to be. We will help you. We have to modernize. I've been talking with the minister. We've been looking at the performance of the plantation companies. Some are good, others not. You all are also spreading out. Some are going into Kenya, other areas. Okay, that's fine with us. We are getting more experience. But finally, we have to decide, can we decide what the new product is? The country or the firm that decides holds the key. And that's what we should look at, make it the long-term aim of the industry. Then we can sort out the other issues, blended tea versus pure tea, and many other issues that have come by the wayside. But look at this, and then take the best solution for Sri Lanka. Thank you very much.
For more latest news, subscribe to FTTV.